Nets Nation, it's your boy AJ. It's Nets Kingdom. Hashtag we go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking Nets news. And follow me on Instagram at NetsKingdom711. Follow me on Twitter at NetsKingdomAJ. Also, today's Black Friday. We have a Black Friday sale. So go to bknetskingdom.org for the merch. Promo code is NKFriday7. Again, bknetskingdom.org. Get your merch. It's Black Friday, so this won't work on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Nope, it's only for today. 40% off all merch, all the merch, hoodies and t-shirts. 40% off, so get your merch at bknetskingdom.org. Black Friday special. So if you was with Nets Nation last year, you guys remember the stigma that surrounded us. Oh my God, the Nets can't play defense. They got all this offense, but they can't defend. We were ranked 27th in the defense. We were the bottom of the NBA in defense. People were panicking during the season, saying it was a wrap because we cannot guard. And a lot of that message was kind of true. I mean, we couldn't really guard last year until the playoffs, but the GOAT, Sean Marks, shout out to him, the GOAT, retooled this team with new players and a good coaching staff to pinpoint one of our biggest weaknesses last year and arguably turn it into our greatest strength this year. Starting with the coaching, Sean Marks added Steve Clifford, one of the best defensive minds in basketball. Go in my channel. I have a Steve Clifford video. Search Steve Clifford. I break down a lot of his schemes and why he's one of the best defensive minds in basketball. Every team he goes to, the defense becomes top 10, and it happened again this year. So shout out Steve Clifford. Again, Sean Marks added Coach Vanderpool, teaming up with Shout out to Coach Vaughn from being re-adding Coach Vaughn and Coach Vanderpool, them teaming up, giving us an identity, new schemes, good game planning defensively. Those guys too have been a big part of our defense. So shout out Vaughn and Vanderpool. Then Sean Marks in the offseason surrounding our big three with really good defenders. DeAndre Bembry bringing Bruce Brown back, bringing Jevon Carter in, adding Patty Mills, who's a sneaky good defender. Also Lamarcus Aldridge, a good interior defender, bringing him back. James Johnson, adding James Johnson. He's known for his toughness and good defense. And then Paul Milsap, a great rebounder, and he's decent on defense. Also drafting our defensive rookies, Kessler Edwards, David Duke, so you can just tell the way Sean Marks went into 2021, 2022, he was like, this defense is going to be great. I don't want this defense to be a problem for us. He knew that it was a weakness last year, and he remodeled this team from coaching to personnel for us to improve defensively. Now, let's look at the stats this year so far. Defensive efficiency, the Nets are 7th in the NBA. So we're the number 7 defense in the NBA. We look at team opponent points per game. The Nets are 9th, only letting up 104.9 points per game. If you remember last year, we were basically letting teams score like 120 on us every night. It was bad, y'all. Now we look at opponents' 3-point percentage. The Nets are number 2 behind the Bucks. So we are doing a great job this year defending the 3-ball. Teams average about 30.5% from 3 when they play us. Now we look at opponents' field goal percentage. The Nets are number 1. Teams only shoot about 48% from the field or 48% from 2 on average against us. So we are number 1 in holding opponents to field goal percentage, low field goal percentage. Now we look at blocks per game. We are 9th in the NBA. We average 5.3 blocks as a team. Now, a huge issue we had last year is why our defense was so bad is 1, we didn't have the personnel. 2, coaching wasn't good. And 3, bad schemes. We basically switched every scheme. We didn't play any drop coverage. We didn't have any creative defensive schemes from game to game. So our defense looked bad. Again, our personnel, we didn't have good defenders last year. So basically, Sean Marks flipped all those weaknesses this year, and I think we have a good balance of each. So we go back to our last game against the Celtics, and it all starts with your best player, KD. If the leader of the team is locked in defensively, then everyone will follow. Now you look up on the screen here. In this game, KD made a point like, okay, I'm guarding Jason Tatum, the Celtics' best player, and I'm going to shut him down. You see here, JT has the ball. He gets a screen from Enes Kanter. You see the old Nets, this would be an easy switch. But you see how Paul hedges out, like, we switching? He's like, KD, are we switching? And KD's like, no. I'm guarding JT. So, you see how he gets JT. JT's in, he's a good position. KD's low, hands high, and he raises his hand, contests the shots. He refuses to switch. You know what I'm saying? KD makes a point like, I'm guarding the best player. I want to shut him down. Now we look at this other possession. Look how everybody is low in a defensive stance and in help. It low-key looks like a zone. That's how much in help position the Nets are in right here. But everybody is still seeing their man and ball. Now we see JT drives. We show him 3 bodies. JJ is in help. Look at KD. He stunts and he's in help. He stops ball. Now Smart thinks he has an open 3, but KD puts in that effort to close out and make him drive again. Like I said, you see your best player put in this much effort on defense, it translates to the whole team. So KD helps, but he goes back and closes out on Marcus Smart, forces Marcus Smart to drive towards the help. Now we look when Marcus Smart drives, James Johnson is like, don't worry, KD, I got you. Because JJ is actually guarding Enes Kanter here. So he leaves Enes Kanter to help KD. But look at Cam Thomas and Paul Milsap. They cover for JJ, leaving his man to help KD again. Great team defensive awareness. Everybody is on a string. Then you see KD gets back on Tatum and contests the shot for a missed 3. So again, I think a huge difference between this year and last year is the Nets do a better job of help defense, balancing, switching last year, and rotating. We switched 1 through 5 every game this last year, and it didn't matter who our opponent was. We were just switching, you know. But this year we do a better job of drop coverage. We do a better job of choosing who we're going to switch again. You know what I'm saying? Some teams, let's say we play a small ball team, we switch 1 through 5, we put the right people in this year. Or if it's a team like, let's say we play the Sixers, you'll see, we'll play drop coverage, or hey, Lamarcus, you're guarding Embiid, or you're guarding somebody like Al Horford. Okay, you stay. We'll only switch 1 through 4, and we'll be in help position for you, so we don't end up with a mismatch or like a point guard guarding a center, or you know what I'm saying. So this year we do a better job of mixing up the coverage. Some games drop coverage, some games we switch. Some games it's both. Depending on who's in, you know, adjusting to the lineup. So we do a better job of that this year. Then another key defensive improvement that I've seen with the Nets is rotation. Now we do a better job of rotating to our man. So we look at this, look on the screen right here. Jason Tatum beats JJ. This is supposed to be Jevon Carter's help. He's supposed to cut that lane off. He did a good job of trying, but he was just a second late. But look at the bodies we got when JT gets in the lane. Harden's helping. Millsap's helping. He steps up. JT's like, oh, I see 3 bodies. I got to pass out. So he sees Grant Williams in the corner. Patty Mills does a great job rotating to his man. Patty Mills doesn't get too far in for that help. He rotates to his man, hedges out, then he swings to Naismith. Now Harden does a good job here. Harden's all the way in the paint, but he makes a good effort rotating. He doesn't go all out, but he's showing a body, showing Naismith a stunt or a fake. But you know the real reason Harden doesn't go all out is because he's smart. Let's look at Aaron Naismith's 3-point percentage. What? 32%? Ew, he's not a shooter. So all that is scouting report, knowing your opponent. Harden rotates. He still rotates, but he doesn't give Naismith a wide open 3. He's like, okay, Naismith's not a shooter, so I'm not going to go all crazy. You know, I'll just show a little face, show a little body, but I won't give him a wide open 3. You know what I'm saying? So that's all game planning, you know, coaching, knowing your opponent. It's just using your mind as well as your body to play defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a great job overall by the Nets defense this year. I'm really proud of us, of how we've just kind of turned into one of the best defensive teams in the NBA so far. You know, and I just really love how we're playing all across the board on defense. Now, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the Nets defense this year. Do you guys think that the defense will stay like this all year round going into the playoffs? We have a big game against the Suns tomorrow at home. It'll be a great test for us. Again, number one thing about defense in the NBA is effort. You know, that trumps everything. Giving effort in the NBA on defense trumps everything. Having guys on our team like Bruce Brown and DeAndre Bembry that go into games like, I don't care about scoring, but I'm gonna lock up. I'm gonna lock up first, and then scoring comes later. That's just great, having guys like that on our team for our overall team defense, because it's effort first. You know what I'm saying? Game planning, knowing your opponent, help defense, rotation, switching, that's all mental. That's all mental. But you can't do all that unless you put that effort in, unless you put that work in first. Then the mental stuff, the game planning, the rotations, the switching, all that comes later. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the Nets defense this year. Will this continue? Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. Again, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget to get some merch on Black Friday sale, bknetskingdom.org. You already know what it is. It's your boy AJ. It's Nets Kingdom. I'm out.